All right, on today's explainer, we're jumping right into a brand new electric SUV that is absolutely looking to shake things up in the market, the GAC Aion V.
Now, I know exactly what you're thinking. Another electric SUV? Really? The market is just packed. But trust me, the Aion V has a few tricks up its sleeve, a few key things that are designed to make it stand out from the crowd. So, what's its secret sauce? Let's get into it. So the first ingredient in that secret sauce might actually surprise you. See, this isn't just another car being shipped over from somewhere else. This thing was designed with deep European roots right from the get-go.
Yeah, Jack has really woven this car directly into the fabric of the European auto industry. Its whole vibe, its entire look, that was dreamed up at their design center in Milan, Italy. And for the European market, it's not just shipped in, it's going to be built in Graz, Austria, with the legendary manufacturer Magna International. Their vision couldn't be clearer. In Europe, for Europe.
Okay, so let's see how that Milan influence has shaped a car that is consciously trying not to look like everything else you see on the road today.
Zhang Fan, who's the head of design over at GAC, he just said it perfectly. They looked around and saw all these EVs with sort of cold, techy, almost robotic faces. And they just decided, nope, we're going the other way. Their goal, he said, was to give the car, well, more personality.
And you can see that whole philosophy in action right on the front of the car. You know the look. That single horizontal light bar has become the default for EVs. It's cool, sure, but it's also getting a little generic. GAC went with these two bold vertical stripes instead. It just creates a face that feels way more lively, more expressive, and it gives the car this instantly recognizable character.
And that unique character doesn't stop there. It continues with the car's overall shape. It's got this sort of masculine, kind of boxy profile. But here's the thing. That's not just a style choice. There's a really practical reason for it. A boxier shape is just the most efficient way to get the most possible room on the inside. It's a classic case of form-following function.
And speaking of all that interior space, GAC's ambition here was to create something that was more than just a car cabin. They really wanted to build your living room on wheels.
The whole idea is that this car is for living in, not just for driving from A to B. It has features you would just never expect to see, like a refrigerator built right into the center console, or fold-out tables for the folks in the back. And get this, the front seats fold completely flat to turn into a double bed. It really does transform the car into this super versatile living space, and it's all controlled by that huge 14.6-inch screen in the middle.
So, okay, it's comfortable, it's smart, it's got a unique look, but what about safety? I mean, that's crucial, right? Well, GAC calls the Aion V a mobile fortress, which is a pretty bold claim, but it's one that hinges on some seriously impressive tech.
At the heart of this fortress is what they call the Magazine Battery 2.0. It's an advanced LFP battery that's become known for being incredibly safe. It's passed some of the most extreme tests you can even imagine, including, and I'm not kidding, you heard that right, being resistant to gunshots. I mean, that is just an incredible level of security. And that advanced battery isn't just tough. It's also incredibly efficient. It allows for ultra-fast charging, which is, a massive weapon against range anxiety. We're talking about a quick 15-minute stop adding around 330 kilometers of range. That's more than enough for most people's entire day, and then some.
But hey, you don't have to just take GAC's word on that whole fortress claim. The car's been put through its paces by ANCAP, which is one of the world's top safety authorities, and it came away with the highest possible rating, a full 5 stars.
And the scores really show why it earned that rating. It got a fantastic 88% for protecting adults and 87% for kids. It also did really well protecting vulnerable road users like cyclists and pedestrians, and its safety assist systems were rated highly too. It's just a top performer across every single category.
Okay, so let's recap. We have a car with European design chops, an interior like a living room, and 5-star, fortress-level safety. This, of course, brings us to the most important question of all. What does it cost? Let's break down the value proposition here. So, before we get to the price tag, let's just quickly remember what you're actually getting for your money. The Aion V offers a really respectable 510 kilometers of range from its 75.3 kilowatt-hour battery, with 204 horsepower to move you along. These are really solid, competitive numbers for this segment. And here it is. This is the number that could really change the game. The estimated starting price in Europe is looking to be around 35,990 euros. That puts it in direct, and I mean aggressive, competition with some of the best-selling electric cars on the market right now. So this is where the whole picture comes together, right? GAC is combining that super competitive price with things you just can't compromise on. A 5-star safety rating, what's expected to be an 8-year battery warranty, and that whole unique package of design and interior comforts. The strategy seems pretty clear. Deliver premium features, but without that premium price tag.
And that's our look at the GAC Aion V.
Hey, if you found this explainer useful, it would be a huge help if you took just a second to like and follow. Honestly, it's the best way to support what we do, and it helps us make more deep dives on the stuff you care about.
So, we'll leave you with a final thought to mull over. When you combine a Milan-based design, a feature-packed interior, fortress-like safety, and a really aggressive price, well, the Aion V is making a powerful statement. So the big question is this the formula? Is this the car that finally makes premium EV technology and design accessible to everybody? We'd love to hear what you think. We'll see you on the next one.